think I need some help. There is something wrong with me. At first I thought it was just something wrong with my body, like low blood sugar or something, but no, there is something seriously wrong with me, and I need some help. A few months ago, weird things began to happen to me, and at this point it didn't seem like anything supernatural. It was simple. Every so often when I got up off the couch or started walking, after standing still for just a few moments, I would get dizzy. My vision would get all fuzzy and blurry, and then everything would go white. It was hazy, like clouds were forming in my eyes. Whenever this happened, my mind would pause, as if everything around me stopped. I'd sometimes even collapse, but the effects that I had on my mind were still strange, and they got worse and worse as the days went by. One time, I'd gotten up and began walking to another room. Then it happened. The white haze, the sudden pause in my brain that shut down all the movements and thoughts in my body. I looked over at the time. I could see clear as day that it said 4:46. I could see each number, but I had no idea what they meant. I knew what they were, but it was like I had spoken a different language. Like the numbers I've known and been able to read since I was little were now just unreadable lines and dots. Another time, I had gotten up to go to the bathroom. Then the feelings hit me again, the haze, the dizziness and blurriness, and I nearly collapsed. I looked into the mirror, and I didn't recognize myself. I felt like I was looking at a complete stranger, and this just kept happening over and over, day after day. I was getting so tired of it, so tired of my body not responding to me. Unfortunately, I never even went to see a doctor. Something in my head was telling me that I didn't need one. I doubt they could have helped me anyways. Soon enough, these white hazes turned into total whiteouts. I would collapse completely unconscious, but I felt like I was awake. I felt like I could do anything I could if I were awake, except that all I saw was white. These weird, blank dreams turned into nightmares. I hated seeing nothing. I hated seeing all of that blank whiteness. It was impossible to escape from. I was scared of it. Not long after, I started to see white spots. Like I would be talking to somebody and a part of my vision would get clouded and blurry. My eyes would start watering, and one time blood had started to trickle down my face. Most people would have freaked out if this had happened to them, but I didn't. While others stared at me in horror, I just stood there, smiling. The feeling of the blood running down my face was oddly pleasing. I don't understand why I liked it, and I didn't want to know. Well, I did want to know, but I was too afraid to find the answers. I was traumatized after this event. I was afraid that something was happening to me. I was afraid of myself. I also noticed that this weird haze was affecting my behavior and personality. I've always been a shy but outgoing person, loving his friends and friendly to everyone. But now, I was quirky and paranoid. The slightest thing scared me. Sometimes I would just act like a total psychopath. Sometimes, when I'm like that, I'll white out and wake up in the weirdest places. One time I woke up in an alley, covered in blood. I was so scared. I had no idea what I had done or what I should do. I wanted to turn myself into the police or something, but what would I tell them? That I saw a white flash, passed out, and woke up covered in blood in a place I had never been to before? It was too risky, so I went home. But when I got there, I noticed something. At first it was just a feeling, but when I looked into my mirror, I saw what it was. My dark brown eyes had turned red, and my pupils had turned white. I thought I was dreaming or imagining something. I tried closing my eyes and going to sleep, washing my face, and even causing myself physical pain to see if I could get this weird hallucination out of my head. But they didn't work. This was real. Now, every time I wet out, I'll see patches of red. Blood red. I'm not sure exactly what it means, but I'm too scared to go anywhere now. I think that when I pass out, I hurt people. I don't want to hurt anyone anymore. I think that a demon or something supernatural and evil is trying to take me over. Please, just hear me out on this. If you start getting white, blurry vision, don't pass it off like it's nothing. Get some help. You need to get some help. I don't want you to experience what I have. I don't want anybody else to constantly live in fear of what you may be doing without knowing it. Don't be me. Don't be a killer.